Good morning, Patriots. JT here, Serenity Farms prepping. Out for a morning drive, another small solar project. You saw the turkeys. Yeah, the leaves are changing here in the North Country. It's absolutely gorgeous. I want you to see this next view as I crest the hill up here. But I'm always on the lookout for deer. I've seen a moose right here. The turkeys are crazy. But this is my favorite time of the year, the fall. Now, October 7th is right around the corner. I want to remind everyone that there has been intel from people way more deep inside than I am, that there could be some issues on that day. All right, I'm gonna bring my camera up, turn. I was hoping that you could see the body of water down there in the distance, but it was kind of foggy, so I apologize for that weak effort. All right, so probably wish my face was foggy. Anyway, I reported several weeks ago that there is a lot of intel, a lot of scuttlebutt, a lot of chatter that people who have had their innocent women and children murdered by Zionist Israel and those who enabled those Zionists, aka the USA political warmongers, may be due some retaliation, revenge attacks on October 7th, which would be the 1-year anniversary of everything that's got the Zionists controlling pretty much everything. There's not 100% guarantee of this. There never is. It could be rumors and innuendos being put out there just to see how the masses, aka not you and I, will react. A quote-unquote propaganda false flag to see how our so-called leaders plan on usurping more of our constitutional rights and freedoms simply by fear-mongering and hysteria. We know that a large majority of the population falls for it, swallows it whole every time. Oh yeah, they'll produce some stuff for us to see that verifies and validates all the intel they've been getting. Now, I do believe that there is a lot of validity to these claims. Sorry, intersection. But they'll soup it up just so they can do whatever they want to do to us. They probably even know where, and when I say they, I mean our political scum uniparty. They probably know what, when, where, and how there may be some terror attacks. The original intel was dirty bombs, suicide vests, small vials of some type of chemical dropped in a air conditioning unit anywhere, subway, hospital, school, office building, maybe just knife attacks or a mass shooter. But nonetheless, also threatened are the electrical grid, the ever-present cyber attacks, the water supply, the food supply. I did a post yesterday how Israel has likely poisoned a lot of the food that is shipped out of their country to go along with the pagers that they manufactured. The original report was that they had intercepted a shipment or 2 or 3 in 2022 of pagers coming from Europe. But now they're leaning towards that Israel produced the pagers themselves, manufactured them, and added the little explosive devices, and are choosing now to set them off, murdering more innocent women and children, doctors, lawyers, emergency service personnel, anybody who carries them. Which a lot of folks are like, I didn't know anybody still used pagers. Well, I guess in certain parts of the world, pagers are still commonplace. Nonetheless, what they're doing is disgusting, and there will be, at some point, chickens coming home to roost. We've been told that anyone supporting Zionist Israel and the mass genocide of innocents around the world and in Gaza, whether it be financially, weapons shipments, technology, etc., all of which the uniparty political scum here have been doing for years, because Israel is our greatest ally. So, I'm not saying, because we don't know for sure. All I'm saying is it could be a little before, as people decide, October 7th, I'll just stay away from everywhere important that day. No, it could be a little bit before, could be a little bit after, could be on that day, could be a series of events. Remember, there's a election with the S in parentheses coming. Prepare accordingly. I would shore up your supplies as best you can. This could potentially accelerate into a worst case scenario, national lockdown by the regime, coincidentally just in time to do nothing but mail in ballots. Now, do they, the Democrats and the rhinos, do they think they can lock us down from an October 7th right through an election, an entire month minimum? Yes and no. You know, it could be a lockdown like we had years ago where people like you and I did not abide by it and will not again. But the cesspool shithole cities are where they need the lockdowns, the curfews, all their mandates. Us country folk, no. So they may try it. Oh, so supposedly Iranians hacked Trump details, paperwork, whatever you want to call it, and sent it to people within the pedophile cackling Camaho regime. The Democrats deny that it happened, but they also aren't coming out against Iranian hackers, which seems a bit odd and ironic, don't you think? Yeah, we are in for some very, very, very interesting, potentially very difficult times, folks. But you got a little bit of time to go get all the essentials that you think you may need for at least months. Because you already know there's going to be massive turmoil regardless of who wins. Who is selected. Excuse me. The Democrats have already said, if Trump wins, we will not certify. They also have plans to take the House and Senate so that they can appoint Jeffries as the Speaker, declare J6 a true insurrection, thus labeling Trump an insurrectionist and de facto criminal, and then he isn't allowed to assume the presidency. That is a plan. They have stated that, and I brought that up months ago. There are some bomb throwers, literally and figuratively. Now, if Trump wins and they don't take the House and the Senate, then they will just unleash all their illegal invading military-age men terrorists, their BLM and Antifa terrorists, and get other wackos like Ralph and Crooks and them people to act out. There will be all sorts of things happening. Anything they can do to deny or delay maximally Trump taking over. Then they may say, hey, it's all yours. You created this mess. Have fun. Now, if they steal one, then the likely scenario is so-called experts believe that due to 2020 and everything that's come to light, that there are enough judges and courts now that a steal would be legitimately investigated, and after months, the investigation would prove that the Democrats have stolen everything, and the real winner would be rightfully awarded the presidency. But if that is the scenario, then the Democrats will unleash everything I just mentioned to stop the investigations. There would be all sorts of actions against judges and courthouses and lawyers, whoever is investigating it. So either way, we have massive turmoil, dare I say, death and destruction coming. Now, let's also keep in the picture that the Democrats and the rhino warmongers are still pushing for war with Iran, because Israel told them they have to, and Russia. They literally want Russia to nuke a NATO country or an American city so they can declare war with Russia. They actually think that they can defeat Russia. It is not physically, technologically possible. I've told you before, we would never even know that Russia has launched until it was too late. And then it doesn't matter. All right, you know the drill. Food, water, medicine, supplies, tools, ammo. Buckle up. It's going to be an interesting fall. That's all I got for now. JT, signing.